So I'm good to we're good to go live.
How long have we been live?
About 2 seconds.
Okay, great.
Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
everybody.
Hi.
Long time no
How are
see.
we
It's
doing?
been 4 days.
Why are you talking?
Why are you here at all? What do you do?
Jesus Christ. Hey, bro, you like philosophy? Yeah, dog.
Yeah, man, I'm big philosophy.
Socrates, my goat. Hello, everybody. How we doing? It's Friday. It's a good Friday.
This is the new Lucia face. I don't know why that's really funny to me.
She looks like she's like in the B movie or something when you do that.
Oh, not
Hello,
our
Scott,
Marcus.
and shut the fuck up. Stop talking over me. I'm gonna kick your ass. Hello, Scott and Bryce, or Bryce and Scott. How are you guys? Pretty good. The client's
Little
rock-
loopy today. Oops, little loopy today.
Well, we didn't actually, normally Scott and I, we work. We haven't really done much work today.
Well, that's not true. We signed books.
That is true. We did wake up, go rock climbing, eat food, and then sign and pack books for a while.
And now we're here with you lovely people.
I have a bit of a sore throat, so I'll probably cough a lot. My
said that?
apologies.
Oh, you're just talking about
What?
yourself.
Yeah, I have a sore
I
throat.
thought you were reading a comment.
No.
I have a basketball machine in my garage.
God, that
and
is
Bryce
true.
was so impressed by it that he now wants to clean out his garage and put a basketball machine.
Okay, I
in
never
it.
said I want to put a basketball machine in my garage.
Okay, but the first part of what I said was true.
Yes, I do want to clean out my garage. I could put a pool table in my garage.
That pool is cool.
Or I could put an arcade machine. Or
don't
multiple
do that.
arcade machines.
Pool table. Pool table. Pool table.
Here's a question for you, Scott. Let's see how well you know me. I talk about old video games that you don't give a fuck about a lot to you. And,
Yes,
and
that's true.
I'm assuming you don't pay a lot of attention.
Not
So
really.
let's test this. If I were to buy an arcade machine, specifically just with one game in it, not like an emulation arcade machine, what arcade game would I buy? There's
Probably
one arcade
Donkey
game
Kong.
I like more. No, it's not Donkey Kong.
I
don't think you'll get it.
Tree frogs.
It's not a game with
Yeah, I don't
Tree
know.
Frog. Or that'd be Galaga.
Oh, I see. That's one of the old school games.
Either Galaga or just simple old Pac-Man, because I fucking love Pac-Man. I also like Dig Dug a lot. That's another one of my favorite arcade games, but I would never buy a whole machine just for Dig Dug. I don't like it that much.
I'm gonna tell Dig Dug you said that.
I'll get started with an art inquiry. Bryce, would you have any good tips for writing characters that are smarter than me or have a skill set I'm not personally familiar with? Oh, that's actually an interesting question. My biggest piece of advice to that would be to learn about whatever you're writing about. So just read about it a lot. I never write about anything because when you write a character that other people that does something specific or knows something, you don't need to be an expert in it, but you need to write things that people believe, or you need to make it seem like that character knows what he's talking about. So you just need to do research and read about whatever specific thing. For example, if you're writing about a character that restores things, like that's what their skill is, they like to restore like old objects, you have to read about and put like time into researching what that would be. You don't have to be an expert and know how to do it yourself, but you have to know at least something about it. That's why I often say, typically, like, I try and still write about stuff I have some kind of interest in, like, or in writing about. because you still have to do the work of learning about it. It's not like you can just like say like this character knows how to do this thing, because that doesn't mean much to most people. You need to kind of show it.
I think the big important word that you use there is believability, because most of the time your audience isn't going to be an expert in whatever you're writing about either. Like, for example, we with Kindred Heavens, it's all about racing and building like machines and engines and stuff like that. And Bryce and I don't know shit about that, but we actually took the time and we learned quite a bit about how engines work.
We
like
watched
combustion
F1
engines.
races.
Yeah, like we went and did a lot of stuff, and like, no, we couldn't build an engine, but I could explain to you the basics of how it works. Now it's to the level of like, if somebody that actually knew what they were talking about read the book, like knew how to build engines and do stuff like that, they'd probably be like, okay, this is not accurate. But for the most part, 99.9% of people are not that person, and they're just going to read it and be like, oh, that sounds like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just about conveying believability. Oh, yo, Starly, what's up? The goat.
Charlie, the goat.
Why
Hello.
did you dye your hair? Well, I lost a
We
bet.
voted on it.
Yeah, I lost a bet with Scott a few years ago, and then yeah, people voted. Last year, I said pink or green hair. People voted pink. So here I am, pink hair.
And I was there when he did it for like 8 hours.
It was a long process. I had a lot of hair, and I have really dark hair. So she had to bleach it twice.
And then he was crying about how it
I
hurt.
wasn't
and
crying about how it hurt.
he was like, "Oh, the tears." Or she had to like go get like she
gonna
ran out of
fucking
paper
kill you.
towels.
I'm gonna kill
She ran out of paper towels for all the tears.
Scott's sitting here saying this, and he was laying there like, I'm so hungry, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna wither away into nothing. Because he hadn't eaten in like 4 hours.
We were there for 7, for the record.
He was like, oh, I just need a burger so bad. Oh, I'm gonna have to order food. I can't even cook when I get home.
Did you cook when you got home? No, you didn't.
Did I not?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
I don't remember. Do you guys have any tips for beginners trying to make original characters?
Make original characters? I think that for both designs, so I'll start with designs and then I'll let Bryce speak on the writing. But I'll say a little bit about for our writing process. We start with the story, usually more than the characters. So like usually our character is there to serve whatever the story is. So, I guess start with that would probably be both of our advice there. But for the designs, I think that my process is I just start out with a whole bunch of ideas. And I just like redraw stuff, and like I'll draw like if I'm designing a character right now, then I'd like grab my tool and I would say like, okay, I want to design a girl. So I would do like what is Bryce? Quickly describe a character to me to design.
She's a girl and she wears a leather jacket with spikes on the shoulders and she has crazy hair.
All right, so that sounds fun. So I would start out with like basically a head shape, like that sounds pretty like energetic and makes me think of something really stylized. So I would start out with maybe like eyes like this, like she sounds like a punk. Put lollipop in the mouth, and then I would just like take this and I would put an ear on here, and then I would take that and duplicate it several times and lower the opacity, and then I would just start going over it with different hairstyles and start trying to think of like cool silhouettes. Like maybe she needs a big swoop of hair in the face like this, and she's got like one here and they all like cross up and it's kind of cool. Then like maybe she's got like the back of it tied up like, you know, got one of those Chinese bun things going on. Like, you know, some stuff at the back. That's one hairstyle. And then like maybe I would just go over here and I would do another one and be like, okay, I need a cool silhouetted shape. Maybe she's got like a big widow's peak, like Faye from Cowboy Bebop. And her hair's like pulled back so you can see it. Like, so you go here and maybe it's like asymmetrical, so there's just a swoop on one side. And maybe she's got like a headband here, so like the hair's all pulled back like this, and the headband is here, and the rest of it just kind of like goes out here and is really crazy or something like that. I don't know, that one kind of sucks. But then like I would do iterations, right? So like I would take this part of the hair I like I really like this front of the hair on the first one. So I would take that, duplicate it, and then bring it down here, and just draw another hairstyle with just this front. And be like, okay, so I like this, and I don't like the back of it. So like, you know, he said crazy hair, so maybe like we just have it be like, you know, like wild child hair like this. You know, maybe it's different colors or something, or has like different streaks in it, or I would just try different things like that. And so none of these are like super great or original, but the point is that you just keep iterating and doing different things, and eventually doing enough iteration, you'll come up with something new. You just keep changing little things over and over again, and even stuff you like I liked the front of that hair, but I still did another design over here with a different front. And so when I'm designing a character for a story, I'll go through like dozens of these, maybe even hundreds for like a main character, just to, you know, get something going here. Like, you know, maybe I like the front of this hair, but I think the front or the back of the hair, but I don't think the front works anymore. I'd go over here, use the same back, and then change the front. Just, you know, keep mixing it up, doing random shit. And eventually, because like literally like an element of randomness helps in designs in making it unique, because it helps you like think of things that you would not normally do. So that would probably be my advice for designs.
For writing, what I always approach every character with is writing a character I want to learn about, which sounds like really silly, but what I mean is like I think the easiest way for me to create characters, and like Scott said, we kind of from a writing perspective do our stories. Like we sort of like we build characters and stories a little differently each time, so it's not really like always the same. But my basic idea with it is always like writing a character I want to learn about. So for example, if I have an idea for a character, it starts with a base idea. Like, you know, the idea might be like a girl who doesn't have friends, and like it's because of this thing or something. I don't know. Like something really simple, or just whatever idea grabs me, whatever I think fits the story, and then I just kind of ask questions about it, and I try and get originality through those questions. So I'll be like, well, why doesn't she have friends? How does that affect her life? Does she want to have friends? What does she want in the future? What do the people around her think about? And like keep kind of asking those questions. But the important thing is with asking those questions, what I try and do is I try not to go with my first answer. There's an old John Green quote about how like, and this other people have said it too, but I remember I watched a video where John Green talked about it. It really stuck with me. For those that don't know, John Green wrote Fault in Our Stars and Abundance of Catherines and blah blah blah. He wrote a bunch of stuff. But he said basically like, first ideas are your worst ideas. The first ideas are the ones you get that just, they are what the human brain snaps to, because they are the brain tries to problem solve. And so the first thing it gives you is just like, here's the quickest way to solve that problem. Why doesn't she have friends? This thing. It's just like the very first thing that comes to mind. And what you get is often the most generic answer, because it's what your brain has seen the most. It's what you've read the most in other stories. It's what most people are going to come to based off like the common content and the common cliches you see. So what you kind of do is you try and go for your second ideas, your third ideas, your fourth ideas. You try and get as far from that first idea as you can, because as you sit on it more, as you dig further away from that first answer, you get ideas that are more out of the box. You get ideas that are harder to work with. But that's good, because those are ideas that they allow you to take it in more interesting directions. And the almost most important thing is like the question should breed more questions. So like your answer to like why she doesn't have friends should give you like, you know, if it's something really interesting, then you just keep asking questions and going off there. And that's how I build my characters a lot, is I kind of treat it like I'm almost like just learning about somebody and trying to like figure out who they are. And then I guess like the most important thing is I only write characters that I want to read. Like I don't ever write a character because I feel like they need to be in the book or they need this. I think that's a mistake, or something that I think is a mistake. Whenever I do it, I try and write characters that I would want to read, characters that anytime they're on screen or in the book or whatever, like I enjoy that. Even if they're bad guys, like they're characters I want to have in the book. I never try and write someone that I think is just like, oh, they need to be here to fit this mold of the book. That's my advice.
Just do that?
Let me read chat real quick. Have you guys tried Omega Strikers? Why not? It's free. No, but I've heard good things about it, Ingo. I've heard people like it.
I've never heard of that.
It seems like the kind of thing we would like. Forgot to re-up my sub on Patreon. Fixed now. Thank you. You know, on Patreon, you know, if you really like the Panty Bear, you could buy it physically right now at BrysonScott.store. There's a discount for patrons.
Almost used all of the codes up.
So if you want that discount, now's the perfect time.
BrysonScott.store.
What's your tip for writing natural dialogue? The best tip I can give is to read it out loud. I say this for anything you write. I think you should read it out loud, but I think that dialogue especially, read it out loud, and that's really the best thing. What I do, I try and when it comes to dialogue, I try and not look at other people's stories a lot. I instead, honestly, what helps me a lot, this is gonna sound really weird and out of pocket, I watch a lot of old interviews, actually. Specifically like talk shows from like the 70s and 60s and 50s and stuff, where they were more casual and they were more like people just kind of sitting down to have a conversation, where they would have guests on for like 20 minutes and it wouldn't just be like a little 5-minute segment. I watch a lot of stuff like that and just kind of listen to how people talk. For Kindred Heavens, because of when it's set, I went and watched just so much footage. I watched everything I could from like I could find quickly and easily, like from like the 30s to 40s, that had any kind of talking in it. Just trying to hear how people from different parts of the world talk, stuff like that. I'm trying to get a feel for it. So my best tip for writing natural dialogue is to think about what you want. First, think about what you want out of the dialogue. If it's a fantasy setting, if it's a real setting, whatever, just like think about how you want it to sound in your head. 2, then I would try and listen to real people have those conversations. As in like watching real people talk, and also paying attention to real people you're talking to. Think about how people talk to you. Think about how you talk to people. Listen to other people's conversations and think about why they talk the way they do. Because what makes natural dialogue is imperfections. And this is something that I think somebody like Quentin Tarantino does like really well. It's that like the conversations don't feel perfect. They don't feel like they have purpose. 95% of conversations you like or you have in real life are not like conversations you see in movies, books, or anything. They are not had with purpose. They are not, I am going in trying to do this thing. I'm trying to explain this to somebody or tell this to somebody. They're just talking. They're just simple, like, just talking. And you kind of a lot of times stumble into something or Like, say you do want to tell somebody something, you don't typically just lead with like, hey, this thing, blah blah. You talk and then you kind of bridge into it naturally. And I feel bad writing or dialogue that really stands out as rough is dialogue that is written to not feel like two people talking, but instead to feel like the writer has to say something to you. Like the writer has to get something across. The writer has to tell you about a character's flaw, or has to explain a plot point that's about to happen, or has to do something like that. Whereas if you just treat it just like two people talking, there's a scene in Kindred Heavens that I rewrote a lot of times trying to get to a place where I liked it, because it's two characters sitting down and talking about racing. And my approach with it when I finally got to where I liked it was just having them not talk about racing really, just talk casually, and having that be what stood out. Like the fact they weren't talking about racing, they weren't talking about their jobs, they were able to have a normal conversation, and that was something they hadn't had in a long time because of how obsessed they had been with their jobs. And sometimes sometimes good dialogue comes from what you don't say, or it comes from just, how you say it. I don't know. Dialogue is a really weird bag with a lot of different things. My biggest piece of advice though would just be to really study how other people talk, because it's not something that, like, there's no one answer to dialogue. It's kind of like having a toolbox and being able to open it when you need it for certain projects, certain situations. So I would just study a lot. I would, like I said, I wouldn't study as much content. You can study content like books and games, stuff like that. That will help you. But what really helps me is watching old interviews and listening to real people talk. I don't know why.
I think also like,
old interviews specifically really help me.
The biggest point there, I think, is trying to remember that it's supposed to be two characters talking, not you talking to the audience. That's
a really good point,
the real key. Because if it's anytime that the audience feels like they're being talked to directly, that's usually really bad dialogue. Because it's like, that's when you kind of roll your eyes like, oh, this is like, like if you need to explain something to the audience, like there better be a good reason in the scene why it's being explained, Otherwise the audience is going to feel like, okay, I just need to know this for some reason. Honestly, like most of the time the audience is better off not having it explained to them for as long as possible.
One thing that goes into another conversation is that it's just a random little thing. Never treat your audience like you need to explain things. Like never treat your audience like they're stupid. Treat them like if you go, I don't know if they'll get this or figure this out or anything. Write it how you want to write it and see if they do. Like that's what beta readers are for and stuff like that. That's a big mistake I used to make a lot, was feeling like I had this idea for how I wanted to explain something, and then feeling like I needed to just come out and flat out explain it because I was so nervous about it going over someone's head, or me not doing a good enough job, or this or that. Yo, Bacon, you're not streaming. This is pre-recorded.
That's true, actually. Not seen you around in a while. Abandon us.
Bacon's
unbelievable.
Marvel's taught me there needs to be a zinger every line too. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's
Marvel.
True.
Marvel does love that.
People's attention span is about 3 seconds, so if you don't have every other line of dialogue be a witty quip,
Marvel is tune out. I just said don't treat your audience like they're stupid. Marvel doesn't do that. they really feel like they have to tell their audience every single thing and act like they're like little babies who they're gonna lose their attention if they don't keep snapping their finger in front of them. It's really upsetting.
Get away with playing Gwen Stefani on stream.
Could I get away with playing Gwen Stefani on stream? Probably.
I'm not saying we should. I'm just.
What about exposition in anime? Exposition anime is pretty awful. Anime is one of the biggest culprits of exposition, I feel like. What's everyone's plans for the weekend? What are we all doing? My throat's going out the more I talk. So, by the end of the stream, I might be gone.
Well, you know, Bryce, you and me are going to go see Evil Dead Rise.
That is true. We are seeing Evil Dead Rise.
From the creators of the horror classic, Evil Dead.
Well, not really. It's not creative. It's new people making this one. Just the whole game.
Yes, but in the trailer.
Yeah, that is true. It does say that.
In the trailer, it says that.
Currently working on comic strips and a graphic novel for a big publisher. I'm tired. Let's go, though. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
I'm going to work on things for my job. I'm going to see Suzume on Sunday.
Suzume.
Suzume.
Watch Suzume. Jackman.
Jackman. I didn't listen to the new Jack Harlow album, Jackman. That's what we listened to on the way to rock climbing. Hey, how do you get more than 2 viewers a stream? I want to grow even if it's just a bit. Well, this is where it's kind of hard for us to give advice because we came in already like with a pretty big fan base. If we just tried to do it without, I honestly don't know how we would grow. Do you have any advice?
From what I understand, stream consistently, have a big audience outside of Twitch.
Everyone we've ever asked and anyone we've ever encountered has told us that you don't grow on Twitch, you grow somewhere else, and then you come to Twitch. That is the big gripe you hear about Twitch, because Twitch has no real growth built into it. Like there's very little opportunity to find people that don't have a lot of viewers or people that are on the come up, and so I've always been told it's better to start a platform somewhere else, even like YouTube or something, just like anywhere else. It's better to harvest some kind of platform there and then bring it to Twitch.
Since because, you know, people on Twitch make so much content if you're not us. Like, people go out there and stream for 13 hours at a time. And people will watch it. So, like, because everybody's streaming all the time, like, the audience, they're not really looking for new, like, people. They're not looking for new content, you know? That's kind of I think the heart of the issue.
Yeah, especially because,
like, why would you go look for a new thing if you can just watch XQC stare at his screen and say, dude, for like 13 hours?
And that's the thing, right? Like Twitch doesn't benefit good content, it benefits a lot of content. So that's why you have guys like the biggest people like XQC and stuff. The reason they just stream for like 15 hours a day is because Twitch doesn't care what you stream. They don't give a shit how good it is. They just care that you do it and you do it a lot. And so it's much better to try and make meaningful content or content that people like somewhere else to get them invested in you, and then if you really want to stream, transition that content into a longer form stream type thing. That's kind of what we do. You know, we have the Twitter where Scott, you know, makes the meaningful content, the content that's for the big fan base, and then here it's just a way to do it and interact with people and stuff like that. It's very different from the rest of it. So that'd be my biggest piece of advice. I don't really have advice other than that, just because, like I said, I honestly don't know.
Of course, the obvious answer is be awesome like us. No.
Wow, Jesus Christ. You're gonna make everyone hate us if you keep this up, Scott.
No one could hate us. We're awesome.
That new Jack Harlow album is hella good. It's pretty good, honestly. You know, Scott and I were Jack Harlow hipsters. We liked Jack Harlow before anybody else knew who he was. And then he popped off with What's Poppin'. And then he kind of sucked for a while because all of his music was just like really generic trap. But But this album, I liked it. It's like 20 minutes, so it's kind of hard to even call it an album. But it's pretty enjoyable. There is a song near the end of the album where he's just like, my older brother was always so mean to me. Gosh, he was a real jerk. I wish my older brother was nice to me. And it just comes off as like the most suburban problem I've ever heard. It's so, I don't know, it's a little goofy. But it's good.
I mean, it's better than his last album, which was one of the worst albums that came out that year.
Wasn't good. Gang, 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 legit unsettled me. Yeah, Scott and I were in the car and that came on. It's like in the middle of the album. It caught us a little off guard, I'll be honest. We weren't really prepared for it.
It's not a vibe, not something you would typically throw on with the homies in the car.
I like the first song on the album is actually, I think, pretty cool because I think he addresses a lot of like the criticisms about his fan base and sort of the vibe that he cultivates a little bit. So I thought that song I forget the name of the song is. I thought it was pretty cool. I know it's cool to see him being more introspective at the very least, even if I still think the album could have used a little more energy. Like I think that first song would have been even better if he was a bit more, I don't want to say aggressive with it, but brought a bit more energy to it. The whole album kind of feels like he's like sitting in a chair with his mic, just like rapping like this, like just kind of sitting there chilling. And I feel like it could have used like a little more Common Ground. Yeah, it's the song Common Ground. Yeah, it just needed like a little more energy throughout the album, which it seems like he wanted it to be a more chilled out album. That album is like a washing machine in the background. Echo said.
Oh, his last album or his new one?
His last album is fucking awful.
Yeah, that one's really bad.
New one? The new one, I mean, it's like I said, I liked it for a Jack Harlow album. I liked that he was more introspective. It does have a fucking horrible song, like right in the middle of it, called like No Enhancers. Just fucking awful.
That's his no makeup.
It's bad. His style does wear thin quickly. Yeah, the biggest problem with Jack Harlow is that the entire time we were listening to him, we were like, that sounds like a J. Cole song. That sounds like a Drake song. He doesn't have a sound that's really his. It just kind of all sounds like generic versions of other people's sound.
I hope he gets there though. He's only like 24. He's got potential.
He's one of those dudes that has like he has a lot of talent. It also depends on if he ever puts it together in a way that I feel like there he makes like more meaningful music.
Maybe we could get him on stream.
Yeah, you think so? Probably not.
No, probably not.
We're probably,
he's from Kentucky.
He is from Kentucky. Very random, but have you guys ever been to a strip club or any kind of adult bar? I have not. No.
No.
I don't have much interest in strip clubs. I think they're a waste of money.
Bryce doesn't like women is the reason that he...
I don't know. I've never gotten it. I've never gotten going to a strip club. It just seems like a waste of time. But I guess I'm just not that horny of a bastard, I guess. Just to need to go just spend money to sit and stare at women.
Be convinced to go. But I've not to this point.
There's one song on the album that sounds like Kanye. I forget. I know the exact. There's one song on the album that sounds just like a graduation song. Fuck. It's the second song on the album, I think. It literally sounds just like a rip off of a graduation song. They Don't Love It, I think. It's either that or Ambitious. I don't remember which one it is. But yeah, I've never been to a strip club or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure I'll go at some point in my life. It just feels like something that...
You heard it here, folks. We're going to go and stream it.
Yeah. Strip club stream when? We'll bring the Amy's with us. We'll make it a whole event. Real life
It'll be
strip
like
game
Twitch donos, but it'll be for the
for the strippers.
for the strippers. Yeah.
No, that's when we'll finally sign that Picardo deal. We'll sign a Picardo deal. We'll go to Picardo. We'll do one stream. It'll be a strip club stream, and then we'll retire from Picardo.
Hey, you know, if we stream it though, tax write-off.
True. Too busy on the grind set to look at naked women.
Why would I go to a strip club? I could just draw strippers. Duh.
Do you think if we were single, we would have more interest in strip clubs? I don't think I had an interest in strip clubs even when I was single.
I didn't.
I was also poor.
But-
I was broke when I was single, so maybe that's a bad.
Yeah, same. So maybe. Hard to say.
Probably a minor thing, but I really dig how you do the line breaks with the little dots and the other little dots and lines used for subtle detail. I'll have to copy that.
I'll DMCA your ass, but thanks. That's not true. I won't.
Draw strippers and make people pay you for it? Well, we
I mean,
we kind of we don't make people pay, for the record.
Patreon.com/Bryson Scott.
Some-
BrysonScott.store.
something links.
Exclamation point. Links.
Links. Look, join the Patreon. Get the money. give it. We won't beg for donos, but buy our book.
Jackman.
Jackman.
We were sitting in the car today, and I did that. Like, it was just kind of quiet, and I just go, Jackman! Bryce leapt out of his skin, dude. I've never seen somebody so scared and startled. It was hilarious.
It caught me a little off guard. I was spaced out, and he just yelled, Jackman! It's a really stupid album name. Jackman.
Now, the line that he has on the album where he says, festival crowds filled with Larry Bird jerseys, that is like the funniest bar I've heard
What
this
was
year.
the bar that made us laugh a lot? Oh, I'm coming in here like I'm sterile.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming in like I'm sterile. He also has like a bunch of bars about his beard and how it won't come in.
There's literally one bar where he's like, "My life will be perfect when I grow a beard." I don't know.
And then like on the next song, he's like, "I got my mustache coming in. Wish I had a beard though."
It's really weird. That album made me realize I just don't care about Jack Harlow's problems. Like, I don't know. He tried to be more introspective, and I just really don't. I don't know. I just have a hard time caring about Jack Harlow's problems, especially when he's like, "My older brother is such a jerk. He never calls me." Bye, Feline. I've only
Bye,
recently begun. Any habits I should avoid? I'm assuming they mean begun drawing.
Any habits you should avoid? That's a good question. That's a pretty good question. I would say if you just started, focus on holding your pin in a good way and moving your arm. I didn't do that when I started, and I still go back into my old habits. Like, you want to hold your pin kind of low, so like hold it like this. You don't have to switch to my camera, but like hold it low down here instead of up here. So if you hold it low down here and kind of loose, and when you're drawing, you kind of draw with your whole arm instead of like just moving your fingers. So if you kind of can practice that early on, I think that it would be a big help later. Because like I said, I didn't, and it led to some problems, and I still have trouble doing that consistently because it's just not natural, because I drew for a long time without doing that.
And then you gave yourself nerve damage.
And then I gave myself nerve damage.
So don't be like Scott. Also, hi Susie. Good to see you.
Hi, Susie.
I said it first. Fuck you.
Yeah, but I'm more important. So
Wow. Any cool and big things you guys have done in the past few months? Well, if you're a patron, you might have noticed that if you go to bryceandscott.store, you can buy a printed copy of the Panty Bear.
Bryce and got dot.
Yeah, we have a printed copy of the Panty Bear. That's also gonna be right now. It's only domestic to the U.S., but soon, very soon, it'll be going worldwide and to everyone. So,
Well, not everyone, right?
it'll be going kind of worldwide. It'll,
It'll be going to most countries.
it will be going to most countries, yeah.
Or like what is it, like 7?
Okay, well, the more you talk, the worse you make it sound. It'll be going to, I think, Canada, Japan, Australia, Germany, the UK, and I feel like I'm forgetting one or two.
France?
No, not France. I don't think it'll be going to France.
Sorry.
Maybe Mexico. I don't know if we've decided on Mexico. It could go to France, but we'd also, that thing we just had to deal with Germany. We got to do the same thing with France. We wanted to go to France, but a whole different thing. It's not that we don't want to send it to every country in the world. It's that it's just not as easy as you would think. Shipping to Germany's been a real fucking problem. Let me say, it's been real rough, but we finally got it all solved. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe.
We've still not heard back from the German government.
Yeah, do you guys know if you want to ship into Germany, you have to sign up for their recycling program and pay for the amount of waste you're sending into Germany? Because we didn't know that. Well, we learned. And so. But, yeah, so we're hoping to be able to do it. With those countries will definitely all be good, but it's not like there won't be room for expanding eventually. We just, that's what is feasible for us right now, it looks like. Yeah, and I guess and then Kindred Heavens, that's another big thing. We got the Kindred Heavens Kickstarter coming soon. Probably not too long from now. Really, we're just waiting till the Panty Bear stuff is all done.
Yeah, we want to give everybody time to... We want to give the Panty Bear time to be the focus for a little bit, and then we'll do Kindred Heavens. And then we actually have something super secret coming.
That is true. Can we say when it's coming?
We'll say it's
summer.
Tentatively planned for June or July. But plans change all the time.
But this something is new. It's not something... We've talked about secret projects before. This one's new. This is a new opportunity that's arisen kind of out of nowhere.
Yes, thanks to one of our Twitch viewers, strangely enough.
Yeah. If you were here for that stream, you probably know what the fuck we're talking about, honestly, at this point. But we have something in the works.
So,
but that one's secret.
Lots of cool stuff.
And then we have another project that we have talked about, but that one's also secret, so we can't talk about it because we're working on it with somebody else who is popular in the art space. So that's cool.
We have another secret project.
Do we? I don't remember this other one. Or you just
with our new friend.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Who actually will be on stream with us soon.
That is true.
Whenever we can find
honestly,
time to
if we had their go ahead, we could show some designs and stuff from stuff, but we probably shouldn't until they're on stream.
Yeah.
But that one shouldn't be too long before we get to talk about that. One of them, in a few weeks, we can probably talk about. One of them in the summer we'll talk about. The other one, I don't know when the fuck we'll talk about it, because that one's probably going to be in the works for a long, long time. But all three of those secret projects involve us working with other people. Which is why we can't talk about them.
Your boys are making moves.
Basically, people. Yeah, we're making moves. It's not just us writing in a cave to ourselves anymore.
Out here we're putting in the work.
Bacon said No,
No,
go.
you go.
No,
No,
motherfucker, you want to cut
no.
me off every time I talk? No, you go.
Jackman.
Remember that time there was a war happening outside our house? The fucking jackhammer that was going all day?
I do.
Anyway, Bacon said, a couple months ago I was able to do sticker designs for Game Grumps, and that's on their store right now. Yeah, I saw. That was really fucking cool. That was really cool. I can't believe. I was just I don't know. I just woke up and saw that on Twitter one more. That was so cool. Congrats. The GOAT.
Congrats.
Ingo said, will I be mentioned as export helper on the page because I translated soft cover that one time? I asked you to translate paperback, which is technically different than a soft cover. So sorry, Ingo. You just lost your credit. Are you getting help from an agency to set up the shop and deliveries, or are you doing it all ourselves? All ourselves.
All ourselves. That's why it has taken as long as it has.
Yep. Yeah. Today we sat down and we signed and packed like 30-something books. Yeah, the other day too. That's how it be.
But we like doing it.
Do you draw/paint with anti-alias off?
Whichever makes the lines look like this.
Scott doesn't know the difference between aliasing and anti-aliasing, is what he said.
That is true, actually. So whichever one makes it look like this, yes, is what I do. Not our Marcus.
You guys did stickers for Game Grumps? No, not us. Bacon. Bacon did stickers for Game Grumps. The GOAT. Everyone go buy Bacon stickers for Game Grumps.
Aaron follows me on Twitter.
That is true.
Never
Recently
asked me
did a
to do
comic
stickers,
for Lo-Fi Girl and directed a cartoon for them. Bro, I have the Lo-Fi Girl playlist playing right now. What the fuck? Everyone's popping off. This is the year of everyone popping off.
Nice.
At least add my address for return so I can read the books before I recycle them. I just bought the book. Yo, thank you for buying the book. God, this is why shilling works.
Do you guys like when we shill? When we tell you to
know,
buy our
speaking
stuff?
of shilling, if you go to Bryson Scott store .store,
Jesus Christ.
you can I've had to say it a lot. My throat hurts, okay? I've had to just sell out so much today, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is. Just got one myself. Just bought a book as well. Jesus Christ.
Yo.
We're gonna have to go to the post office again.
Nice.
Not that
I like
complaining.
going to the post office, yeah.
I thought it'd be at least $20. No, even Kindred Heavens won't be $20. Kindred Heavens will be $15.
But that book's in color, so.
Yeah, Kindred Heavens is
Jesus Christ.
Kindred what?
That was just sounded violent.
I'm sorry, my throat hurts.
What?
Okay.
Huh? Like right now?
Like
right
you're
now?
doing right now? What was that? Oh yeah, Kindred Heavens is 104 pages. So like 100 pages less than the fair, but it's in full color. And is Kindred Heavens gonna be normal comic size?
Yes.
So Pandy Bear's manga size, Kindred Heavens is gonna be like a normal American comic book size. But it'll be in color. So I already have so much stuff I plan on buying. Bryce, my wallet can't take more. Yeah, it's crazy. So Kindred Heavens launches in probably a month, maybe. So Bryce, you need to do a customer service bit with your store details, please. Yeah, I gotta get a whole spiel. Are they signed? They are signed until Scott and I can't sign anymore. So, well, yeah, as of right now, the ones we're sending out are signed, and also yours, because you just bought it, will be signed because we signed a bunch today. But at some point, we're gonna get tired of signing books.
True.
So, If you want a signed copy, you really want to get it now. And when we say only for patrons, we just mean that we've only posted it publicly on the Patreon. You don't like if you were in this Twitch chat, you can click the link and buy it. We just haven't posted it on Twitter or on the Discord yet, anything like that. We haven't posted it just like to the whole general fan base yet. But it's not limited. If every copy that we have gets bought, we'll print more.
Patrons get a discount.
Will the Panty Bear be available in France one day? Well, we'd like it to be. The problem is, like, the thing I was talking about with Germany about having to do the recycling thing. We'd also have to do that to ship to France, as far as I know. So we just have to kind of gauge if enough people will buy the book in France to justify having to like put money into it. Because we essentially, like, what you have to do for Germany is like you have to sign up for something, then you have to pay money. And so we have to pay money.
Thinking for the colors, guys. Do we like the yellow? Do we like the blue? Bryce, how are you feeling about it?
Starly said red was best. Everyone is saying blue. No one is voting yellow.
I'm gonna do a poll.
The red and blue are the only options I'm even seeing. I don't even remember the fucking red.
Question: what color? Red, blue, yellow. For 1 minute. Start poll. I will flick through the yellow and the red again. That is the red. That is the yellow. I am somewhere between red and blue.
Jackman.
Myself. Jackman. Red and blue are in a knockout, drag out, brawl out.
I voted Jackman.
Like, red is winning currently. Yellow got less votes than Jackman. Right,
Red won.
What if I mixed it up? What if
Bacon said, I think red is too rich in tone for the rest of the palette. Bacon would always give you the best color recommendations. I would just go with whatever Bacon says.
What if I did, like, no. What if I did that so we got all of them in there? Maybe. No, I guess not. Okay, we'll just do...
You sound so depressed.
Well, I mean, it's fine. It'll work out.
Yo, we're bitten. What's up?
Bitten the goat.
Ingo, I hate that I, as a meme, asked you how to delete messages so I could delete one of your messages, and you actually gave me a real answer. But I appreciate the answer nonetheless.
For real? Soon is good boy.
Yo,
Mod
Misu,
Job.
thank you for the sub.
Thank you for the sub, Misu.
Do it like that one dress meme where it looks both blue and black and white and gold. That's a fucking throwback. Holy shit.
Came back recently, didn't it?
Did it really?
I thought so.
I don't know.
What? Oh, okay. I forgot what the outfit looked like.
Wow. You're stupid.
True.
You'll be happy to know, Scott. Shroom and I quit Overwatch again.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we just realized that it's actually bad.
Weird how that works.
We just realized that ranked is just so insufferably miserable. And so we've moved on. Now we just play puzzle games.
Way to do it. See, that's acceptable. I'll allow that.
You should play Portal 2. That's what started us playing puzzle games. Is we were really fucking bored one night. And cause see how it used to go, right? Is him and I used to play WoW. That's what we would do every time we hung out. Is we would just play WoW. And you know, for a while it was miserable because WoW sucked. And then Dragonflight came out, and Dragonflight was pretty cool. So we played a fair bit of Dragonflight when it first came out, and then we just kind of got bored of it after a while. And we only really PvP. We don't raid or anything, so you can only really do so much PvPing in WoW before it all kind of just becomes a blur of the same thing over and over. And so we were bored one night, and we were like, let's play Portal 2 because we had never played it. And then we were like, fuck, puzzle games are fun. And so I don't know, we just started playing. We played Escape Academy after that. We're playing, I think just like it's called like Escape Room Simulator now. We played some game like We Were Here or something. They should playing games like that. It's weird because we both hate puzzle games on our own. Like, I would never play one on my own. I don't think he'd ever play one on his own. But they're kind of fun when you play them with another person. They kind of have like a different charm about them. Bye, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
I played It Takes Two with my partner. Me and Amy played It Takes Two when it came out.
I feel like that's what that game's built for.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's the kind of game that like it's, especially It Takes Two. You and I played A Way Out together though.
True. Good game. Played a lot of Connect 4.
We did out of, I think 20% of our playtime in A Way Out was one night where we sat and played Connect 4 for like 3 hours because we got really petty about it. And so we were just like
that
sitting.
and the baseball one.
Yeah, I just remember we were sitting, it's like you're in like a hospital or something. I don't know, it's like a serious part of the game, and we just got sucked into sitting there playing Connect 4. Also, there's that part where you can play basketball and you can like dunk on a kid and make him really sad. I remember that. Because we just kept fucking dunking on this kid. Yeah, It Takes Two is really fun. I really liked It Takes Two. I thought the ending was really lame. That's just me. I thought the whole like latter half of the game was a little like story-wise a little lame, but I thought the gameplay was really fun. I had a really good time playing it. Like I said, it definitely feels like the kind of game that's made to play with like a partner. You really are a fan of those like Totoro eyes, huh?
They're good, dude.
How do you make the white around the eyes without clipping the black?
How do I make the white around the eyes without making the black? How do I... What? Bacon says I do it with layers, so I guess I do it with layers. I don't know. That looks like a McDonald's outfit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like a McDonald's outfit.
I'm just not sold on the red.
Bacon said do like salmon pink earlier.
I was thinking about salmon pink. Yeah, that's.
It looks better than the dark red. I feel like
somewhere in here.
So it all comes back around to Bacon being right about colors again.
Now, in fairness, I was about to do this before you said that.
Well,
salmon is an underrated color. Yeah, I think that's better than the red, honestly. Yeah, that's a lot better than the red. Yeah, that's a lot better.
What program do you use to draw?
Clip Studio Paint. I'm kidding. It's Paint Tool Sai.
Procreate.
Preda.
Manga Studio.
It's Adobe Photoshop.
I have to go now. Doctor's appointment. See y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Deuces.
MS Paint.
Oh, yawning on stream?
I've only been awake since 8 a.m., okay? Normally I'm awake at 5 a.m. Waking up at 8 a.m. fucks my whole day up.
I've just never known you to yawn. It's so unlike you.
Yeah, I yawn a lot. I know. I'm a yawner. What can I say?
Try sleeping sometime, nerd.
I do sleep. I just said I slept until 8 a.m. I still sketch ideas in MS Paint all the time. The goat.
Nothing wrong with that.
It'd be kind of fucked up if you were just like, there's something really wrong with that motherfucker.
You want to see a really ugly color? Hang on. It's pretty ugly.
It wasn't really as dramatic as I thought it was going to be.
Maybe not to your peasant eyes, but to my artist eyes.
Grody, yuck.
Grody, nasty.
So Scott, I've heard you've gotten into playing Sifu lately.
I've played the first level of it, which for me, that's a big deal.
That's like playing the whole game for you.
To get me to buy and download a game is one thing. Getting me to actually play the game at all, that's really something. And I did, and it's pretty good. I've enjoyed the first level of it. So I'll let you know as I progress if I like the rest of it. But it seems like my kind of thing. It's basically just John Wick without guns and a video game, which is we've talked about. I don't know why there's not an actual John Wick video game like Sifu,
like Stranglehold.
And I mean, I know that there's that John Wick Hex game, but it's not like a real John Wick game.
I've also been playing a new game that I've never played recently.
Fortnite?
Yeah, well, that is true. We haven't been playing Fortnite. I've been playing Persona 4 recently. Joke is that I've played Persona 4 a lot. Aren't I funny? Haha.
That was hilarious, man.
You're so funny.
That's funny.
Please add a little bit of saturation and hue shift it slightly towards purple on that shadow.
Oh, this isn't the actual shadow color. I'm just doing this to place the shadows. No, I know that it looks hideous. Trust me. Don't worry. Who said that? Was that Bacon?
It was Bacon.
Bacon, I said it wasn't going to be the final color.
Okay,
Bacon
good.
coming in here.
You got off with a pass this time.
Bacon gonna. I'm experimenting with doing this instead of my blue shading, because it's kind of fun.
Why do you do the
not
blue
this-
shading?
Why do I do the blue shading? Okay, now we can pick the real color. The real color. Bam! No, that's I bleed.
I bleed, you bleed, we all bleed.
We all bleed for blood.
P4 is really good. Persona 4 is really good. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
My favorite anime of all time.
I'm playing Persona 4 Golden for the first time.
This
I've
is
only
the
played
shadow color.
the original Persona 4 before. I've never played Golden. You want to do another poll about the hue of the?
No, I'm gonna figure this
the
out
shadow.
myself.
Do you need Bacon to come in and tell you what to make the
I
shadow?
don't, and I'm not checking the chat in case Bacon chimes in. This is good. I'm picking this. Now you can chime in, Bacon.
I can't stand using multiply layers and stuff for shading. I have to pick the right color the first time, otherwise I can't get into the right feel for it when I'm shading.
I do that for the rest of the pink, like on the other poses. I'll be doing that. But I just had to on this first pose to get the right, right shit going. Sort of the idea behind this process. That's about right. Oh, I didn't do any on the hat. Oops.
Wow, not shading the hat. Cringe.
Okay.
I'm evil and stupid and pick my colors in a few seconds because they look nice. He's just better than you, dude.
No, that's fair.
I will say, I do remember when we streamed with you, Bacon, your ability just to go, this looks nice, and just pick like a perfect color the first time is crazy.
Yeah, Bacon has that intuitive color picking ability that I was not born with.
You were born to be intuitively wrong.
Got him.
Fucking burn. Remember we were rock climbing earlier and I was on top of that tall green one and I just jumped off?
Mm-hmm.
Fucked my leg up. That was a bad idea. My leg still hurts.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, who knew you're not supposed to just get to the top of a wall and just fucking leap off onto your feet?
Pretty shocked when you did it.
Well, I was gonna just fucking fall. Like, I was gonna slip and fall. So,
Yeah, just don't do that.
so I'm nursing a minor ankle injury right now. It's fine.
If this were like a DJ radio show, I would play the baby crying sound effect right now, just so you know.
You hurt yourself every time we go rock climbing.
Yeah,
Except
but
today.
I don't
You
complain
know what?
about
You
it.
yeah, you fucking do. You'll be like, man, my whole arm almost fell off when I fell off that hold. I almost lost my whole arm. You almost had to drive me home. I couldn't drive with one arm. Did you do the Spider-Man pose? No, what happened is I was on the side of a wall and I got up to the very top of I was bouldering, so you're climbing without a rope. I got up to the very top of the wall And I was there was like one hole, not the very top. Like I was about to, I was within one rock of the top, so like I only had to reach the last rock, and I had to maneuver my feet to be able to do it. And in the process of maneuvering my feet, I realized I was gonna fall, and so I just kind of leveled my feet out and then just jumped off, so that I didn't like fall awkwardly, because there was a triangle right beneath me, and I was fairly certain I would slam my dick straight on the triangle if I fell. So I just leaped backwards to avoid breaking my genitals. And I landed straight on my feet. Like I just jumped off straight onto my feet and hurt. Didn't feel good, but it was just not a crash pad. Like it wasn't that bad. Scott does this thing when he falls when we're bouldering, where he tries to take everything like a wrestling bump. And it's part of the reason he hurts himself, because he'll be up on the wall and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna fall," and he'll throw himself back like he's a wrestler and just land straight on his fucking back.
That's the fun way to do it, though.
There was this one guy when you auto belay, when you climb, that's where you climb with a rope, like a rope attached to the harness, and if you fall at any point, you just rappel down to the ground. We watched this dude climb to the top of an auto belay course, so like the roof of the building, basically. He climbed really high, and then climb all the way back down. Like
True.
Instead of like leaping off and like oh, I did the hole and I'm done, he climbed all the way up and then climbed all the way back down. I was just like, well, I couldn't believe it. I only caught the tail end of it. Scott watched him do it. Man was better than we were.
We saw him later and he was like jumping down, so
That first
I don't
time
know.
it might have just been a flex. Yo, Veldraws, what's up? The GOAT.
Goat.
Veldraws, did you listen to the new Jack Harlow album, Jackman?
Jackman.
Speaking of climbing, thank you that you didn't stream on Wednesday because I was bouldering. We got you, Ingo.
Yeah, it's all for you, buddy.
That's actually why we didn't stream on Wednesday. There's no other reason at all.
No other reason.
There wasn't anything else that impeded us streaming. It was literally just this. It would have been crazy. We wanted to make sure that you could boulder. You mean you don't listen to us while you boulder? We don't motivate you?
I told him to listen to the audio of the VODs or anything. But he's a fake fan, so...
That's true. Haven't heard any Harlow. I was put onto an underground guy by a friend this week. Jack Harlow's pretty underground. He speaks for the streets of Kentucky.
Go to the hood, all Jack Harlow.
What'd he say his fans were? White kids selling Adderall with guns? That's Jack Harlow fans, baby. I was on the grind yesterday to finish a piece. We chilling today. I haven't even gotten to write today. Scott's kept me busy all day.
Lazy.
Oh, fuck you. I'll kill you.
Well, we got one pose done. Woo. Almost there.
We can talk about this on stream. I don't care. After break, are we gonna be getting back to making a comic again? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Or do
we gotta.
Or do we have to do Kindred Heavens book 2 first?
Um.
Can we
I
afford to
think
do the short project we wanted to do first, and then do Kindred Heavens book 2?
Yeah, I think we can do at least like, 1 or 2 week-long scripts.
Okay.
Because I think book 2 for Kindred Heavens will take us a little bit.
Yeah, it won't be. I mean, it won't take us too long, but it'll be a little bit of a process. Whereas the 2-week scripts, I mean, it's 2 weeks. Okay, there we go.
We did it.
Everyone just heard our plan.
Thanks for coming to our work meeting, everybody. Get snacks on the way out. Make sure to get refills.
Sometimes, I guess I'll talk about this a little bit, just about my process. Sometimes Scott and I'll do this thing where we, between projects, either if we're struggling or if we've just finished something and we want to work on something kind of fun or whatever, because we have this philosophy of always trying to write a comic. Like anytime, like we always like to be making comics. We never like to have any downtime. But every once in a while, you just have to, like, stuff happens or something gets in the way, or it's something. So like right now, we've been on break from writing comics for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month maybe at most, which is a big deal for us. We don't ever do that. So sometimes what we'll do is when we come back, we'll write a book in a week. And so what I mean by that is we'll have a rough idea. Like we have a few rough ideas of stories we wanted to do this with. And Monday and Tuesday Monday we'll plot the whole book. Tuesday we'll outline the whole book, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I'll write the whole book. And typically it'll be like 100 pages. And so we're gonna, before we work on Kindred Heavens Book 2, which Kindred Heavens Book 2 is already written. It just needs to be tuned up and needs some revisions made to it. We have some things we want to do to it. Before we do that, we'll probably write a few of those scripts just for fun. Sometimes they turn into actual books. Sometimes they don't.
It's true. They're good fun, though.
It's just a good way to keep your creative muscles moving. And it's also a good way to get weird and experimental. Like to do things that are a little bit more out there.
And this is an interesting concept too. I think it applies to art actually. Sometimes speed or momentum can actually help your creative process. Like, some people, especially when you're starting, you'll get sort of stuck sitting there and just like really thinking about what you're doing. Sometimes it's better to just, like, when you're getting stuck like that, to just like fire up and get it done. And that's sort of the benefit of doing a whole script in a week is like you have to just do it. Like you have to just be done with it. Like you start, you finish it, and it's it is what it is. So that's sort of a good benefit of doing that, is helping to harness that power of speed.
It's also a good way sometimes when you're in the middle of just a project you've worked on for a long time. It's a good way to take a little break from it that's not really a break from it, and just work on something else. I would say right now, Scott and we've had one overarching book that we've been working on for a good long time. We'll take breaks and then come back, take breaks and then come back. This is a question for you, Scott. Do you think that after our week-long projects and after Kindred Heavens Book 2, do you think we'll be going back to that project, or do you think we'll be working on something entirely new?
Depends on how we feel.
We have to get that book finished this year.
Yeah, no, but I think, like, if we feel like we want to do more short projects, then we might do that. I feel like if we have a lot, basically it's just whenever we get some chutzpah for the book.
We've worked on this one project. I don't know if we've said the name of it or if we even want to say the name of it before, so I won't. But we've been working on this one comic, a big, like, long comic for a good while. We've probably written the book, I mean, at least 5 times now, right?
At least, yeah.
And all times not been happy with how it's turned out. To the point of basically just throwing the drafts away. Just like being like, this is fucking garbage. Need to be better and starting over. Hopefully we get that book done this year. Because that book, I feel like until we finish that book, it will sit on my soul. It eats at me every day we don't have that book finished.
On it for literally years, on and off.
We started it in 2019, and we wrote the
2018, I thought. Or maybe 2019.
Because CC was the end of 20. Remember, we did CC in 2018, and then we worked on I'd Like to Be Normal, Please afterwards. The original draft of that, and then we wrote the final draft of that when you were at ECCC. I don't know why I added an extra C there. Yeah, and then we worked on the first draft of this story we're talking about a few months after that, and then we scrapped that draft, and then we came back. We walked away from it for a few years, just like threw the story away. And we came back to it this year, and we've written like 4 or 5 drafts this year alone, or well, like last year and this year. I mean, I have not gotten one that we like yet. But when we were on the way to the Vanilla Ice concert the other day, or that time when we were talking about it, we actually came up with, I think, an idea that might solve our biggest problems with it. So hopefully next time we sit down and talk about it and work on it, we're able to get it done. Because it feels like one of those books that when we get it, it'll just work and it'll be so easy. That's what's so frustrating about it. But we'll get it.
So in like 6 years, when you guys get to read this, you guys will really, have a better understanding of the process. Because it won't be drawn until after Kindred Heavens, the whole series is finished.
Well, because you want to draw that one, right?
Yeah. It's taken enough years of my life that I want to be.
I was gonna say, yeah. If you want to draw it, it definitely won't be done until after Kindred Heavens. So.
And that'll take a little while. How do we as a Twitch chat feel about turnabouts?
Oh boy.
Turnabouts. Good old turnabouts.
I wonder, is Overside over?
Afterside.
Oh.
I believe is what they meant.
I see.
I wonder, is Overside over this?
Is Afterside over?
No, not yet. There's still some chapters that need to be drawn. I've just not had enough time yet. But
lazy
eventually. Yeah.
There, I got to hit you with it for once.
Doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't.
Hurts my feelings.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Is what I would say if I was a baby.
Wow. It might be a cool stream idea to do is do a stream or something, maybe like multiple stream thing where we make a story on stream just to show our process. Like I guess we couldn't like write the book, but go through the whole earliest processes of creating a story or trying to create a story on stream and kind of talking about why we're doing what we're doing and how we think about certain things. I don't know fully how we do it, but that could be kind of a funky little stream idea.
It'd be difficult just because so much of our process comes from outline. And I think that would be monumentally uninteresting to watch us outline a book. Maybe us
we could outline off stream, and then we could read the outlines on stream, like read samples to show like we could do like the early part, the plotting parts on stream, or what we can of it, just like you and I shooting ideas back and forth and talking, and almost treat it like we're not streaming, treat it like we're just doing our normal thing, but like letting people look in. And then when we do our outlines, we could like do our normal outline process, and then we go on just like we could read like a scene of your outline, and then a scene of my outline. So people could see it. Because the way Scott and I outline things is he'll say we're doing scene 1, he'll outline scene 1, like he'll write the outline for the scene, and then I'll go through it and I will rewrite his outline. And essentially it plays off our strengths, because Scott is a lot better at structure than I am, and about like structuring a scene and stringing scenes together, and I'm a lot better about filling in details and adding adding life to things. And so that's our outline process sort of works twofold. That could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'd have to treat it a little differently than a normal book, but if we sort of frame the whole thing around like, let's just show people sort of our creative process and try and give insight, that could be pretty cool. It probably wouldn't be just one stream. It'd probably be like a multiple stream thing. And some people probably wouldn't fuck with it, but I think the people that would think it would be cool, really. Or we could make it a little more focused and not have it be a stream, do some kind of like Patreon thing, or I guess it could be something we just debut on stream, but like almost just like just film us plotting a whole story.
True.
Like that could be like one of the week-long things. Just kind of film the whole process and like record.
But I have to hire a videographer.
I mean, most of our plotting is just you and me sitting in your office and talking. So we'd probably just setting up a stationary camera would probably be fine.
But then we wouldn't have any fancy artistic shots, Bryce. You have to think about.
Do you want this to be like a full-blown fucking documentary? What do you want?
Yeah. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it big.
Would you guys want a Bryson Scott documentary? And you know what? Then in the middle of it, just you and me at like Olive Garden eating.
Business expense.
Writing a comic is just as important as drawing one. I wish everyone believed that. Yeah, I've always thought it'd be cool to like film our whole like to work on a story and film the whole process of it. Now, for something like the project that's taken like years, like that's a little much. But like for like one of our week-long,
no, that would be a good documentary.
Yeah, it would. You would see a lot of ups and downs if you for the story that we were talking about walking away from. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of sad conversations, a lot of good conversations. It'd be a ride. I remember with that book one time laying on the floor in my office as you and I talked about rewriting the book again for like the 5th time. And it was just like me just like laying there and you just being like, us just both being like, we don't know how to fix this book. We're never going to finish this book. It's never going to come out. It's not going to happen. It's been a fun ride.
It's gonna be good.
You never make anything good without a lot of struggling first.
At least we don't.
Bye, Super D. That is true. You and I don't. Basically, Scott and I's process is a lot of suffering and then being really happy when it's finished. We really like having made something, not making it. That's a good way to describe it. Actually making something can be a bit of a struggle, but when it's done, that's pretty cool. Big ups for that.
Passing up steak tonight?
Yeah, I don't really want to go out to eat.
Pussy.
We went out to eat like 2 days ago. I've DoorDashed like 3 times in the past like week and a half. That's a lot for me. I've hit my spending limit. We ate out today. We literally went out to eat for lunch today.
Pussy.
We went out and got fast food last night.
Pussy.
I'm not, no. I've said no to you.
If I pay for yours.
If you pay for mine, I could be more convinced, but I'm not gonna make you pay for my food. Why do you want me to go? Why do you do this thing where you are like, you offer something and then you were like, hey, do you want to come out to eat with us? And I was like, oh, let me think on it. And then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna stay home and cook tonight. And now you're not. Did you want me to come out to eat with you?
I thought it might be a fun little adventure.
So you wanted me to come out to eat with you, is what you're saying. That's what you wanted out of this.
No,
shut up.
I thought it would be an adventure.
Shut the fuck up. What you wanted out of this was you wanted me to say yes.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
So why didn't you say, I would like you to come out to eat with me? Why did you say, do you want to, and leave the door open for me to say no? And then why? Yeah, I'm gonna call you out on stream. Why? Why would you do this? Why do you do this? I feel like
it's the nice way to do things. I feel like you shouldn't
It
try
is the
and
nice way to do
direct
things.
somebody.
But then when you try and redirect them, then it makes me feel like I was a bad friend for saying no the first time.
Oh, you're a bad friend for many reasons. That's not one of them.
I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
I'll chop you again.
Because of you, I spend a lot of money on eating out. Because you've instilled these habits in me.
See, everything's my fault.
Yeah. I have food to cook in my fridge. I don't need to go out and eat.
Pussy?
I have food to cook tomorrow, too. I have food to cook Sunday, too. You know why? Because we've been eating out every fucking night.
You know what, though?
This looks quite different from your usual Lucia drawings. I quite like it.
I tried to change the style up a little bit on the eyes. The way they're drawn, just slightly. Otherwise, I think it looks fairly similar. Don't you?
Not me.
What looks different about it?
Oh, I don't look at your drawings.
Okay.
I just
That's
prop
cool.
off. No, I mean the eyes look different. That's the only thing I just look different.
Also, most of the drawings you see me post on Twitter were done a few months ago, so my style in general has changed a little bit. Which means this will be posted in like June or July.
June or July?
June. I know it's getting awful close for my
Jesus Christ, you're falling off.
my taste.
You know, I looked the other day and I saw there were only like 6 lewds in Drive. You falling off.
Yeah, if I stopped doing as many so I could finish the book. And now that the book's finished, I have to catch up.
So now you're gonna go crazy.
That's the plan.
In the preparation for book 2, you're just gonna snap.
Oh yeah, no streams next week, by the way.
Lazy.
I'm not gonna be here all week. I might be around in the Discord a little bit, but I'm taking the week off, so we're just not gonna stream. Saws.
Lazy. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, my feelings.
It'll just be me streaming next week, actually. We'll do solo Bryce streams all week.
Yeah, stream
it's not true.
that game you like to play.
Stream that game I like to play.
Yeah. You know that game you like to play.
I sound like you're talking about a specific game.
I don't know. Don't you like playing games?
I do like playing games.
Well, then play that game that you like.
No solo Bryce streams.
Ooh, orange. Oh, now wait a minute, though. Oh, now wait a minute. Hold on. Hang on. Orange?
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
Shut up.
Well,
Orange. We also could do, like, go back to see what blue looks like now.
beautiful artwork. Wow, you're really talented. Keep up the great art stuff.
Thanks, man.
Bryce looks like a League and Valorant enjoyer. I've never played League or Valorant. I'm sorry.
But you look like one.
I think that's just because I look like a streamer with my hair.
You do rock the look.
No, I've never played. I've played League once, actually. I'm sorry. I downloaded League once. I played one game. And I was like, wow, this sucks. I didn't play it again.
No, the League players are going to attack, Bryce.
No, League players probably agree.
Yeah, that's true. I've never seen a fan base that hates their game so much.
League players will be like, I put 4,000 hours into this game. It's terrible.
See, now I'm starting to think that maybe the blue is the right option.
Jackman is also an option. Yeah, we'll just listen to Jackman next week. This kind of slaps. This color.
Everyone voted red, but also this isn't really a democracy.
Well, I was gonna say, remember, votes died, right? Polls are gone.
Oh shit. They all look good. That's interesting. So we got that going for me. Which is nice. Can't sit with us, so you're telling me there's a chance.
That's burned into my brain now. The whole thing.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. As if. You sat on a throne of lies.
People have no idea what's happening right now.
You know what? I bet at least one person in here does. Shit, I don't know what fucking color to make it.
Came across your Twitter. Really liked your art style. Was cool to catch the stream.
Thanks.
Yellow makes her look like a bee. Yellow does kind of make her look like a bee.
Yeah, but bees are kind of sick, though.
You already done Bee Lucia, though.
Yeah, that's been a long time. I guess actually it's not been that long.
Do a rainbow animation? Yeah, just make everyone a different color.
I could do that.
It's not the worst idea I've ever had.
No. That would look something like this. and it would be like something like that is what that would look like. But that's not cohesive. All right, it's time to do another poll.
Oh my god.
Poll. Question. What color? Here, I'll have all three up at the same time. Blue, red, yellow. 1 minute poll. Go. Vote now. Vote, vote, vote.
I voted Jackman again.
Jackman.
I hope Jackman wins. Everyone, rig the polls. Vote Jackman.
What poll? I don't know. There should be like a poll or something on the screen. I don't know how it works. I don't use Twitch very often.
What's Jackman? Jackman.
Jackman?
Jackman.
Well, blue seems to be
Jackman's
in the lead.
losing. No. Oh man.
Blue seems to be in the lead, but if I'm honest with you, I just don't agree.
This is what he does. I'm telling you, he does this thing where he asks for people's opinions, what they want on things, and then he just says no. And he already has what he wants. Just do the answer you want. Why are you like this? God, I'm gonna lose my mind with you.
It's just that looks the best. I don't like the red anymore. So it's between... See, I think if you added all of red's votes to yellow, it would be 7-7. Tied with Jackman.
Then why did you ask? Everyone turn on him about this. Why do you ask if you already have your opinion?
Well, I didn't have my opinion.
Yes.
How I get my opinion is I ask other people to...
You need to think about how that makes other people feel.
What have other people ever done for me?
No, you're gonna make me so mad.
Now, maybe I can't find a good...
I'm gonna take a week off because I'm gonna put your ass in the hospital, I swear to God.
If I can't find a good color then for the background, then I might go to a different...
Put the album cover of Jackman
Okay.
as the background. Jackman. Do you think if we just keep talking about it, we could get Jack Harlow to come on stream
Maybe.
as like promo for Jackman?
The album cover is really funny.
Fucking Jackman.
Jackman!
There you go.
Jackman.
It's never... The album cover makes it look so much worse than it is.
Oh, what looked good with yellow?
We're over 100 viewers. 100 people just watched you put the Jackman album cover as the background.
Jackman. I can do a poll for the background color.
Does it matter?
Probably not, unless they choose the right answer.
No, your Amy is messaging us telling us to go out to eat. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Now, I have no control over her.
I'm so mad about this. You need to state your opinions properly. You need to state your wants and needs in this world properly.
I'm like FDR. I like to...
I'm gonna fucking make you like FDR, I swear to God, motherfucker. Jesus fucking Christ, keep fucking with me.
No. I got the giggles.
Outside of pocket.
We're getting out there, boys.
Jackman.
Jackman. Everyone thinks being an online booby artist is so glamorous. What they don't see is having to pick a background color.
Jackman.
Jackman.
You know, if you listen to Jackman, rap album of the year, you learn that sometimes you have an older brother, and he's just a real meanie to you.
What have I done?
Is it? This is really gross. I really don't like this.
It's like this is like in when you get a shiny Lucia. Like this is what it looks like.
Oh God, what are you doing?
Looking for. Yeah, there you go. It's a shiny Lucia from Fire Red. I'm gonna make it back to what it was now. Image adjustments. Invert. Oh wait. Shiny Lucia. Now, which color looks the best? What am I doing? I just can't figure out what a background color should be.
Oh, fuck, I'm bleeding from my finger. That's okay.
Can we show blood on stream?
No, you can't show bodily fluids.
What if it's involuntary?
Fucking go to jail.
Believe it or not.
That's why you can't puke on stream. You'll get banned if you puke on stream. Twitch doesn't fuck around.
Yeah, but it's like probably one of those fake Twitch bans.
You probably get banned more if you puke on stream than if you show your butthole on stream. Considering that's like a 3-day ban.
Maybe blue's not so bad. No, never mind. I don't like blue. Maybe red's not so bad. No, yellow's good.
Yo, there's a double header tomorrow for the Orioles. That's tight.
7 innings.
Are double headers only 7 innings now?
Yep.
They ruined everything about baseball. They done changed my baseball too much. Do you think that we have enough of a fan base that if we went and did something like really just off the cuff and random with our career, we could get people invested? Like if we announced tomorrow we were going to release like a grunge album, you and me, who have never made music before and never put any music out there, do you think we could get people interested in it just based off who we are?
People, yes. Enough people that it would be like a profitable venture? No. But I do think that there would be people that would be like, oh, hell yeah, I'll check out this thing.
Interesting. I was just
like,
curious.
but no, I don't think we could like shift careers and like indefinitely.
No, I'm not saying shift careers. I'm just saying like, I was just wondering if you were thinking we could burst into some new avenues.
This drawing is taking me longer than the Faye fan art I did, the Power fan art I did, than most Lucia drawings have taken me. I did a Lucia today because I was like, you know, I'm only going to be drawing on stream, and I don't want to have like a super long drawing. I want to be done kind of quick. And here we are.
Just do that.
I should have just done fan art. I should have drawn Nicole Watterson again. Now, that's a good character right there. Nicole Watterson. I'm gonna do that thing that everybody used to ask me how to do.
Watch now if you want to learn.
Are you gonna make it?
Yeah, I'll be okay. Just got a little bit of a cough.
Hear that?
I'll be okay. Part of life is coughing. You know? That's what they say. Interesting choice of a background color here, Scott.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
It's that fan art that's got you hooked on this yellow.
It is actually. This is it's actually very similar. Now that you mention
Scott
it.
steals
Uh-oh.
from his own drawings.
That's true. I did color pick at one point. I ended up not using that color, but I did color pick my own drawing earlier.
Crazy. Copycat.
Do you ever do that? Or are you ever writing a book and you just like go copy paste from your previous books?
No, but I'll do that with previous drafts. Where like sometimes I'll have written something and I'll really like it, and then I'll cut it, and then later on in the book I'll be like, oh, fuck it, I'll just use the same description, and so I'll just go get it back and just reword it to where it makes sense. I guess that's the closest comparison I have. That's not really the same thing at all, but
No.
now, you know, I don't even think I've seen the actual. There's this weird thing that happens in our friendship where I see the porn that you do before I see the actual drawings. It's like I don't even know if I've seen your Faye actual drawing, but I've seen the porn you've done of it.
It's like that, but more safe for work.
I would hope it's more safe for work than the one you put in Drive earlier.
Yeah, I guess they probably wouldn't like it if it was.
Are you okay? Hello?
Yeah.
your
No,
brain
what?
break?
Sorry, I spaced out. Who are you?
Who?
Where am I?
Cough.
Who are all you people?
Insert cough. That's so funny.
Turnabout. Jackman.
I hope everyone's
You know what I'm
enjoyed the
learning?
stream. What?
Flipping through. Shut
God
up.
damn
I'm-
it.
What? Flipping through these other Twitch streams, I'm learning that a lot of VTubers out and about. They
We should pay and get like rigs made and models made and everything, and just VTube for one stream as a joke.
that would be really funny. But how much do you think that would cost?
It'd be expensive. It wouldn't be cheap.
You think so? I don't. We could rig one of my drawings, I think, and it's just like that shitty program, like Live 2D or whatever. I don't mean shitty. I've never used it, but like
We'd have to
like-
look more into it. I don't know. Everyone,
that would be funny.
everyone, forget about this conversation real quick. Okay, we'll talk about this after stream. come up with-
We'll do that. Okay, raid. Be nice to who we're raiding.
Bye everybody. Hope you enjoyed the stream.
Tell them we sent you. Be nice to them. Say hi in chat. Okay, hold on. The person that I selected, their settings don't allow us to raid. So the raid didn't fire off.
That's crazy.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Settings don't allow you to raid?
Yes.
What experience did they have with raids?
I don't know. But I gotta find somebody else now. We're
Killing
gonna-
time. I hope everyone has a good weekend. I hope we all vibe. I see 10 people have already left. We haven't raided yet. Please wait. Please wait. I made Lucia Jackman fan art, but Lucia is shirtless. Where do I post it? Just post it in the Discord, one of the NSFW channels, and tag us. Is it just the album cover but with Lucia? That'd be really fucking fun.
I hope so. Hold on, I'll wait until they post that. Tell me what channel that you posted in.
Jackman.
Jackman. Jackman and Robin. Get it? It's like
Batman and Robin.
it's
yeah.
like Batman and Robin, but it's like
Posting in RNSFW art chat.
okay. I'm awaiting. Dad.
I feel you
I
could probably
love
show
that.
that on stream.
The amount of work that you put into that, I love that. Hold on, I'm gonna show that on stream.
Jackman.
Jackman. I
Okay.
had a person to raid, but then when I copy and pasted that that art, it got rid of their name.
Oh my fucking god. Scott.
Okay.
Maybe we just won't raid
right.
anybody.
Okay, raid has been created. Thanks for
Bye.
coming, everyone.